Okay, in the last video we couldn't complete the adding the regions, but here you see I have added or inputted the regions and created the relation between region and countries and region and agents. Now let's get started with our drill down reports. So to do that, first let's create something called a hierarchical dimension. So I'll show you what it is, but think about it. If we have to show the, let's say, a sales report based on the geography, which will start with country, go to the region, and etc., etc. So we will first create so let's create something called a folder. Maybe under that folder we will put all the dimension. So folder is a concept. Let's say you want to group all a certain set of query subjects in a logical grouping. Then you create a folder, just like the way you are used to having a folder in let's say Microsoft Explorer. Just like you have C drive, under C drive you have different folders, under folders you have different files. So here also we have let's say create a folder called dimension. So here we have a dimension folder. I think I haven't created in the right level, so okay, I ended up creating a copy. Well, let's get rid of it. Okay, so under dimension we create a what do you call a regular dimension. So in regular dimension, first so what we do is we create a hierarchy. So let's call our new hierarchy as by location, or say just a location, and then we say this is, so you just have to fill up when you create a hierarchy, Cognos by default creates these two levels, and then at the first level you create an add level, and then you call it country, and then you have to add the item here. So you add the country name and drop it in this particular one, and here it will ask you the key and member caption. So what you do is that you select key and then you add also member caption here. So what this is doing is really you are adding and elements at different levels of that hierarchy, and this role key, and for every level you have to have a key and also a member. So once this is done, and I will run it and show you, probably things would be a little bit more clear. So anyway, we have added a country. So under country, the next level is region. So let's add region, and then we drag the region name from here, drag it again here, and then add. So as long as your each and every region is unique, so because region name is unique, then you can just drag region and then add key and also caption both checked in. If that's not the case, if region name is duplicated, then in that case you may have to drag also the ID and define ID as key, and member caption is checked in only for the region name. Okay, so under region name we will have, since we don't have states or any other next level, so we have sales, or we just say agent. So we have agent, and we drag the agent name here. We can call it business, add check in both because each agent name is unique. So that's pretty much our hierarchy. Now you can test. Let's see if it works. Yep. So you see all locations, and you have USA, See if you because we have defined only two countries, but Canada doesn't have any regions. Now somehow we didn't get the agent name here, so we'll have to investigate that. But looks like most of the levels we got. So now as you see, it has created this dimension, and it has called new dimension. So you can call it location dimension. So under locations you have this. It will show you all the country and agents. So now let's figure out why the agent didn't show up. Now one of the region could be this relation between region and agents. Let's look at it carefully. So here we are saying region ID. See, this is the reason, because we are joining region ID with agent ID, which is not the right thing to do. So it should be joined with region ID. And let's check the relation cardinalities. Each agent has only one and one region, and each region has 0 or more agents. Yeah, that looks fine. So let's hopefully that will fix the this our hierarchy. So let's test again. So you click on the right and click test. Okay, looks like we didn't. So what happened is, I see the test didn't run properly because it just was all location instead of all the rows. It's because we did not click test at the right level. So I think right level is this. So here if you do test, and then it will. So now we are getting all our agents. So you can rename this as agent, this as region, let's run the test again to make sure we okay. So it looks good. So now we have this one defined. Now just like that we have defined dimensions, we can define also a measure folder. So this is I'm trying to show you how in real life sometimes what we in some projects what we do is we create some sort of a folders and logically group all the measures. So for example, we have here a measure is basically, you can think it's a fact. So let's or you can or you can create a shortcut meaning if you already have the measure defined, then you just add let's see if this works. So if we drag this one here, let's see what happens. No, it doesn't allow you. Okay, so here I have defined a measure and I have put cells as cells amount. Sometimes, most of the times we don't define a measures like this. What we do is that sometimes we create another namespace. So just like the way we have a namespace test1, we have another namespace. So if you remember, the way we define namespaces, sometimes you can have a namespace for so one standard conventions is followed is that you define a namespace for which is closely resembles your underlying data structure. Another which is like a, your data underlying database represent the physical model. But then you define another namespace which represent more your end user, meaning the reports, and there you can define or put columns or put fields which are more end user facing. So just think like that. Maybe in some of the advanced topics we can discuss that. But for the timing, let's since this video there is no more time. So in our next video, what we'll discuss is that will use this dimension and show it how to build a drill down report.